Hello, everyone. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com, and welcome to today's live video. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025, and I am so excited for today's live video. We are going to play with a super fun bundle. So as you join me, whether you're watching live or on the replay, please leave a comment, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I always love to go back and look at those. I try to respond live to comments that come in live. And then go back and look at the comments, of course, afterwards. So I am jumping on. It's like a minute late. I'm so sorry. But if you joined me last week, you know that I have been trying to figure out a new camera setup and all that jazz. And so I was fiddling with the lighting settings, and then I realized I was supposed to be live. Hi, everyone. Let's see. We've got Lene, Alicia, Eva, Christine, Marva. Welcome, Mary Jo. Welcome, everyone. Joan, Alicia, you look like you're the only one over on Facebook. Everyone else is over on YouTube. So speaking of that, just so you know, I found out last week, and I think it was announced last week as well. Hi, Debbie. Facebook is actually changing some things. So they are going to start deleting live videos after 30 days. In case you're like, what does this mean for Melissa's lives? I mean, as of now, I don't really see a change. Currently, what I do is I stream both to Facebook and YouTube. And hi, Debbie. Hi, Mom. I stream to both. And then the link that I put in my blog, in the PDF tutorial, all that is usually the YouTube link because, to be honest, it's easier to find. So I don't really anticipate a change. But just in case you're ever over on Facebook and you're trying to find an old live video and you can't, that's why. So come on over to YouTube. It'll be here. So, all right. So tell me, can you guys hear me okay? And everything seems okay? Because, you know, new technology. And then I was playing with the lighting, and I still don't think I have it quite exactly where I want it to be. But you know what? It's all right. Hi, Judy. I met with my team last night. One of my team members said, "Hey, we're all human, so it's fine." You're worried about it, but nobody else is. And I was like, okay, that's good to know. So anyway, we are going to play with the Ocean Friends. It looks good. All right. Thanks, Mom. Everything's great. Yay. Hi, Kelly. We're going to play with the Ocean Friends. Now, before we do this, I did want to let you know. So first of all, if you ordered the Darling Dinos class from me, that closed, registration closed. So I've got that order in to Stampin' Up. I'm waiting for all the goodies to come. I'm going to start cutting and prepping. So those are anticipated to ship out in a couple of weeks. The second thing then is retreat. I have my winter retreat coming up this weekend. Registration closed quite a few weeks ago, actually almost a month ago now, for the physical box. But if you are like, oh my gosh, am I going to miss out? You know, you are more than welcome to join us virtually only. You get access to the Facebook group, the live demos, the PDFs, chance to win prizes, all that good stuff. You just don't get the physical kit in the mail with supplies and cardstock cut for you. Okay. So if you need that link, let me know. And the third thing is, tomorrow I will be launching my Going Places mystery craft box. This is a super fun mystery craft box. I'm so excited. I partnered with my friend Heidi Collins again on this, and we have designed 6 projects for you. If you participated in the last mystery craft box I did, which was back in December now, wow, featuring the Hearts of Elegance bundle, if you participated in that one, check your email because I sent you a link this morning so you can early register for this one, just so you know. And also for my team, check our team Facebook group. So I do want to show you that bundle, and I forgot to grab it. So hold on. Let me grab it because the bundle we're using, we're calling it Going Places because this is kind of actually like a really good bundle for scrapbooking, traveling, new house, all of that sort of thing. And it's one of the ones that comes out next week. We'll have new online exclusives launch next week. So I wanted to show it to you. So this is the stamp set. It's called Tags to Go. And these are the dies. And it is such a fun set. And initially when we chose this, both Heidi and I were like, we really like this set, but what will we do with it? And we said, you know what, let's just design some projects. And if we like it, we'll go with it. And I'll tell you, we didn't just like our projects, we loved them. So if you're kind of like, I don't know about that, trust me, you're going to like it. So, Alicia just registered. Yay. That is so exciting. Yeah, I love it. It is going to be so fun. There is a pack of paper that goes with it. And you guys, I'm just going to let you in on this and then we'll get started for real. Let me find it. There's a pack of paper that goes with it. Here's the paper, right? But here's this pink pattern. It says it's strawberry slush. We don't have a color named strawberry slush. So that's kind of like, did we just discover a new ink color? Is this an ink color that's coming out in May? Now, there used to be a strawberry slush color, but you know, that has not been confirmed if that's going to be an ink color. So we'll find out, but kind of fun. Anyway, okay, so enough distractions. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my desktop for you so you can see what we're working with tonight. Please know I am still working on the lighting with my webcam. My webcam has way better lighting quality than my phone did that I used to use. So if it looks a little like bright or scary, I know we're working on it, but I think I got it like pretty good. It's just like, it looks really good. Okay, and then I bring my hands in and I'm like, oh, they're kind of orange, like kind of like a bright orange. I don't know. Oh, and you're so lucky. Strawberry slush is a color I never owned. So I'm patiently waiting. In March, I'm hoping at On Stage, we'll get to find out what the ink colors are, and I'm hoping it's one of them because I need it now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So we have got the mini catalog first that I'm going to show you. We are using the Ocean Friends bundle. So it's this beautiful, beautiful photopolymer bundle because there are some two-step stamping opportunities. We are using every single stamp tonight except for the seaweed, which as I was looking at this, I almost called it the bacon. So if you have a card idea that you need bacon for, I think you could use that. We've also got an awesome set of dies. We are going to do some of the die cutting together tonight, the images that are stamped and then need to be die cut. We're going to do that together. Everything else I did already do. But you can see Ocean Friends on page 30 and 31, and also actually on page 32 here of the mini catalog. And I like on page 32, I know I'm not Oompa Loompa orange. I know. I just am like, wow, I got to work on the coloring of that. It probably doesn't help that I'm wearing bright red and like, this is truly Poppy Parade and Melon Mambo in a shirt. Anyway, there are some color combinations here for the lobsters and crabs if you want to check those out too. Really great comparison. Like, it's a really great place to start if you're like, uh-oh, what do I use? So you can tell Stampin' Up! Kind of designed this with that pink orange feel. And I really like it. I think it's like a fresh take on the ocean, right? We think of those fun patterns all the time, but then it's nice to actually see it. And of course you can use your traditional blues as well, which we are going to do tonight. So, okay. So then in the celebration brochure, I am using one stamp set tonight, Day to Celebrate. This has become a really big go-to for me because of this happy birthday sentiment here. I think like hands down standalone stamps, this stamp has gotten more use from me in the last 2-3 months than any other stamp in like a year. Hi, Mario. I know they are really nice cheery colors. I think so too, Kelly. It makes you happy, doesn't it? Like, it's like, aw, like you can't stamp anything ugly with this set if you're using these colors as your inspiration. So I've used this Happy Birthday. I wanted to show this off. This is the Day to Celebrate stamp set. So we are going to use Happy Birthday again tonight. This is on page 7 of the celebration brochure. Now I'm going to close this here just for a second. Celebration ends on Friday. Can you believe it? February 28th is Friday, you guys. I don't know how that happened. I guess day by day, one step at a time, right? Yeah. Anyway, so celebration ends on Friday. So this whole brochure, I can't talk. This whole brochure is full of items that are free. So all these little like images, like stamp sets and papers you see in here, these are all free with an order, and it will tell you how much your order amount needs to be to get that item for free. So super duper great. If there's anything that you're like, oh, I really, really want this, make sure you get your order in by Saturday. Nope, before Saturday. Because come Saturday, it's gone. They're not around anymore. So, and that would be really sad if you missed out on something. So I would just encourage you, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, don't miss out. Okay. All right. So let's take a look then at the projects we're going to make tonight. See, I think that the color looks actually pretty good on the cards. It's just my hands that throw me off. And again, it could be the shirt I'm wearing. Anyway, we are going to make these 4 cards together tonight. Oh, and I got to remember too, I can keep it down lower. With my phone, I always had to have everything like pushed all the way up to my ink pads, and this one I don't. So anyway, we're going to make these 4 cards together tonight. You can tell I'm a little squirrely. It's because these make me happy. They truly do. Look at, that's Melon Mambo. I'm telling you, I've got Melon Mambo on my shirt. And then you've got Poppy Parade right there. I'm telling you. Anyway, we're going to make these 4 cards together tonight. If you would like the card kits for these, I am happy to send them to you as a free thank you gift from me. If you place an order, I cannot talk today. If you place an order of $45 or more in my online store through this Friday, February 28th, so this ends with Celebration, right? Same cutoff date. If you place that order using the host code that I don't have on the screen because I forgot it, but it's in the description of this video. Just click the link in the description of this video. Go order whatever you'd like. Go up to $60 to get your Celebration freebie. And I will send you these card kits as a free thank you gift from me. And they are so cute. So we are going to make each one of these cards tonight. Now, yes, I did do some of the prep work, a lot of the prep work ahead of time, but we are going to make them together tonight so you can get an idea of what would come in your card kit and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and start. I know, oh, they're a bit bright for your taste. The blue one with the pink coral, I know that one is more of like a traditional, but I don't know. I love the bright. And you know what? We hit 50 degrees here in Minnesota this week, and that is like, oh my gosh, a big deal. All right, so for this card, we've got a Coastal Cabana card base. We've got a Coastal Cabana layer. I will emboss this for you with the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder, so that will come for you. Not come for you, not like in a horror way. That will come to you. Anyway. You'll have a piece of the Friends of the Ocean Designer Series paper. I love the quote unquote B-side with these, right? They are so fun. Also, okay, there's a lag between my hands and my face. Like, do you see that? So if you know, anyway, that's distracting me now. Anyway. So focus, Melissa. Anyway, what was I saying? Friends of the Ocean, beautiful DSP. Oh, the B-side. The B-side is so fun and useful for like anything. Like I use this side with the dinosaurs because I thought it was fun, but I wouldn't use this side with the dinosaurs unless it was an underwater dinosaur, which maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Anyway, you'll also get a 1/2-inch strip of lemon lime twist. You'll get some lemon lime twist. I'm going to lay these out here to cut some seaweed. So you can see I die cut 1 big and 2 smalls. You'll get a scrap piece of basic white here. I love everything about these colors too. You'll get a piece of scrap basic white here to stamp and die cut. And then sneak peek alert. Hello. This is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. The lighting is not doing this justice. Let me flip this so you can see. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it, lighting. Can you kind of see that? Do you see the detailing on the edges there? Let me pull in the dies. These are dies that are coming out with the online exclusives next week. They're available to demonstrators already. Oh my gosh, aren't they spectacular? They are wonderful. These are just wonderful, wonderful dies. So this is called the Textured Notes dies. It actually is part of a bundle. So there's a stamp set that comes with it. The stamp set was not my style when I placed my order. You guys know how things go. I'll see something cute with it and I'll probably buy it. But for now, I just bought the dies. Oh, you haven't used the dies yet? Oh my gosh, how? Thanks, Tina. I know, I love the dies too. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. We are squirrely tonight. We're having fun. Welcome. If you're new here, we're glad you're here. Okay, so we are inking up our sentiment. It says, thanks so much. I inked that up in Night of Navy. I am so happy. Look at that. Look at how well that inked. If you guys have been here the last few weeks, I've talked about how our air is really dry. And it is. But it's getting warmer here now. I did not re-ink my Night of Navy, and that just gave me such a beautiful image. I am so happy. All right, and I stamped that over to the right-hand side of our rectangle because we're going to add all of our decorations over to the left. I've got Melon Mambo here now, and I am pulling out my foam mat because I don't know if it was just like an air bubble or what, but when I was stamping these to make the sample cards, I had like a little... well, it was probably an air bubble. So the image didn't fully stamp down. So I just found when I pulled out my foam mat, it just made me happier. So I stamped that outline of the crab in our dark Melon Mambo. Not dark. These are not blends, Melissa. Just in Melon Mambo. We're going to ink up the filler of the crab also in Melon Mambo. I'm going to stamp this off onto my messy scrap paper. Oh yeah, that's much better. I probably did have an air bubble before. I'm going to get my head in here, so I'm so sorry. But I need to line this up. So I'm looking at the legs. crab legs, and that's kind of how I lined that up. But I like to do my dark image first, which is usually your outline, right? And then I go back in with my filler image, which is the lighter color. I call it the filler image. I go back in with that. I find it much easier for me to get that stamped down correctly. So, all right, we're going to die cut this guy out. I've got my Post-it note tape here on my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm going to get this into frame. We're going to grab our crab. And, you know, it's funny because I do not feel crabby today. How about you? But oh man, I wish I had more ocean jokes for you, but they're just coming out of thin air. Anyway, I'm using my Post-it note tape to hold this guy down, and then we're gonna die cut this out. I did resourceful Rusty. I did. I got that set. I know it's a total squirrel moment. Yeah. Oh, Judy just got the dies too. I know. Isn't it nice being a demo? We have access to these awesome dies already. I love them. I think they're like a must-have. It's Spotlight on Nature is what you need. Here's our crab. Spotlight on Nature, you need those for circles, and you're gonna need Notes of Textures for rectangles, and that is a non-negotiable. That's like it's a must, people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just have to. You just have to. So, all right, let's go ahead and assemble. Oh, I'm out of seal. Look at how great that was. Okay, so this is going to go on the right-hand side of this Coastal Cabana layer, but because I'm a right-handed person, I really struggle with that. So I'm going to flip this around like this and get this lined up. And I am leaving an equal margin, okay, around the sides, the top, bottom, and side here. And then I just flipped it around. And that works just a lot easier for me to get things aligned. If you are, I don't know, I can't, yeah, you know, we're all weird in some sort of way. All right, we got to grab some seal refill. Reach in my drawer. I have something else in that drawer and I don't remember what. I'm going to have to figure that out later. You could actually picture it. A whole parade of squirrels tonight. I know. You know what was funny is that yesterday, I had several meetings yesterday and I was like, super unable to focus on anything other than like just what was in front of me. And now I know that like they say, you know, nobody really can multitask and whatever. And I get that. But so I do think there are some things you can do at the same time. There are some tasks where you can walk on a treadmill and watch a TV show at the same time. I mean, you can't tell me you can't. I've done it, right? But yesterday I was so like, I had to be zoned in. Okay, real quick, we're going to glue this lemon lime strip down here. And I just am covering the edge of the DSP with this because I just like the look of that. And then we're going to trim off the excess and glue this on the card base. But anyway, it was funny because I was in several meetings yesterday. And I feel like in every meeting I was in, there were at least like 2 other people who were like, man, I just can't focus today. And I was like, it's just a thing. It's just in the air. We're all feeling it. I don't know. So hence some squirrel moments today, I guess, because that's just how some days are. All right, we had lots of seal on the back of our embossed piece. We got lots of seal boogies. Sorry if that grosses you out, but I always have to clean this. It just drives me nuts. And I'm going to sneeze. I don't know where it is. I can feel it wants to come, but I don't know if it's going to. Anyway, I might sneeze in a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out together. Anyway, don't you hate that? It's like right here, but it won't come. Oh, man. Anyway. Okay, we've got that glued on. We got it on our card base. We burnished our card base. We're going to grab our dimensionals here. And we are going to add these to the back of our rectangle. And of course, one in the middle. We can't have any saggy middles here. And peel off all those backings. And then we're going to stick this down on our card front. Now, by the way, I saw this card. I've been casing her a lot lately. But every time I go on Pinterest for inspiration, I come across Amanda Mertz's projects, usually. And especially in the last few weeks. So this is another cased by Amanda Mertz project. I just love her style. And every card I see of hers is so dang cute. So this one was inspired by her. So thanks, Amanda. All right. So I cut that larger seaweed in half. And yes, you could just die cut 4 seaweeds, but you know, I just chose not to. And we're going to go ahead and glue these down. Now it's going to look a little funny right, with like the ends, but it's okay because we're going to use our crab to cover it up. So we're going to let's do this one. I'm just kind of having them go wherever, you know, no real rhyme or reason, but kind of just around. And then we're going to take our crab and add a couple of dimensionals, peel off the backings, and then this guy's going to cover up the icky bits, okay? But I don't want him to cover up our sentiment, so we're going to move things over. Yeah, for real. I just want a little more space filled over here. Okay, and we have some exposed adhesive because I changed my mind and moved things, so we just roll it. I just roll it with my finger and it goes away. Oh, much better. I like that much better. So there we go. Yes, she goes by, I think it's Did You Stamp Today is her Instagram, Judy. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Did You Stamp Today? And yeah, she's got amazing projects. So, all right, we are going to use these Sunny Days dots here and add a couple of those blue ones. And that is our first card. How cute is that? I love it. Oh, funny. Christine said she used to pair socks when she was working from home so that she could stay focused on the meeting. You know what? I think that's a really great idea. I might have to try it. That is really clever. So I don't know. Anyway. All right. Well, there's our first card. Let's go on to card number 2. This one is a little bit more traditional ocean nautical colors here because we've got an actual, you know, red crab and things like that. But I say, you know, when you're stamping, if you want like a purple cow, then you should have a purple cow. Just saying. All right. Anyway, we have got a Knight of Navy card base. We have got a Knight of Navy layered. Clearly, I couldn't get enough of the Waves folder because we're using it again. So I'll have this piece embossed for you featuring the Knight of Navy cardstock. You're going to have some bubble bath because ocean bubble bath, get it? You're gonna have some bubble bath to die cut out 2 of these coral pieces here, and I just did that ahead of time, but you'll have the cardstock to do that. And then you're gonna have a pool party circle that is die cut from the Spotlight on Nature dies. Remember, this is the circle set I said you had to have. And finally, you're gonna have some scrap of basic white for your stamping and die cutting. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start with stamping. I am going to pull out Knight of Navy to start and our sentiment, which is happy birthday from that day to celebrate celebration stamp set. I'm going to get my head over this and stamp that down. Okay, and I just stamped it near the bottom because I'm going to cut that out with my trimmer. So we've got that. Then we want to stamp the crab, but we just stamped it in Melon Mambo. Now I want it in Poppy Parade, so we got to clean it quick. And don't worry, if you are newer to stamping or newer to photopolymer stamps, if they stain, it's okay. You can still, like, they're still going to work. Oh my gosh, Alicia, get out of here. We had our meeting last night, or our team, we do a team meeting once a month, which was a couple weeks ago, and then we do an open crafting night. I'm going to cut this first. We do an open crafting night where you just bring whatever projects you want to work on. And we just sit on Zoom and like chat while we craft, and you know, it's fun. Well, anyway, last night Alicia said this is the paper plate die because it reminds her of a paper plate. So anyway, I actually forgot that you had said that till you just commented. But anyway, hey Nancy, welcome. All right, so we've got Poppy Parade, and we are going to stamp the crab. We're going to do the same thing, right? Stamp that outline image in full strength. We got bright red here for our cutie crab. And then we're going to ink up that filler image. I'm going to stamp it off on my scrap paper and get my head over this again. So I apologize if you can't see. And there, I like that. Okay. We are going to stamp that. And sometimes I just get a little nervous, so I just run my finger like on the bottom of it just to make sure everything sticks. Beautiful. I love it. And it got like super juicy on that left-hand side. So it left a little like character. I think it looks neat. All right, so we've got that. Now, before we can get rid of that foam mat, but before we die cut this out, we are also going to stamp a little background on our paper plate. Now I can't not say it, right? So I'm going to pull out my Pool Party ink because we've got Pool Party cardstock. And you can use, I've got like the coral and the bubbles, but you could pull out that seaweed stamp, do whatever you want here. If you don't want to make a background, you don't have to, but I'm just going to stamp a little background here. And the seaweed I had going in generally the same direction because I am going to have, the crab sitting on it. And so, it would just be what it is. But anyway, the bubbles are circles, so you can stamp them wherever you want, however you want, just like so. All right, we can close this guy up, clear that out, and then let's go ahead and die cut out our crab. This crab reminds me of my nephew. He is really into SpongeBob lately. Hi, Crystal. No worries. We are glad you're here. He's really in, but yeah, Russell is super into SpongeBob, and he just, I don't know. I might have to like make him a SpongeBob themed card with like Mr. Krabs or something. I think he would go nuts. He'd love it. So anyway, you know how it goes. Okay. And what's funny is that some of the SpongeBob episodes he watches, I'm like, yeah, I watched those growing up too, And so then he's like, you know what this is? Because it's been running for so long. And I'm like, yeah, I know what SpongeBob is. Duh. He just cracks me up. Anyway. All right. So let's go ahead. We can start assembling here. So I'm going to start with my embossed Night of Navy piece. And we're going to run some seal here. And I like to make sure we've got lots of adhesive. We like to keep it extra sticky, right? Make sure everything sticks down where we want it. And I am going to get this on our card front. Now this is going to cover the whole card front. So I'm lining up that left-hand edge with our score line. And I'm pressing down there. And I am going to go ahead and fold and burnish this while we're here. All right, now I know that the circle is going to go pretty much in the center, so it's going to get covered. I know, I'm so old. Yeah. To him, except it's really funny because he thinks I'm old, and then I'll say something and I'll be like, oh my gosh, why don't the adults, meaning like my parents and my sister and her husband, and I'm like, why don't the adults do whatever? And he's like, yeah, because us kids, and then he like thinks I'm a kid, and I'm like, pick one. Anyway, he is hilarious. He's a hoot. And so is my niece. They're funny in different ways. But anyway. Okay, what I was saying is I know that the center here will be covered by our circle. So I added some seal down where I knew it would get covered. If you want to use like liquid glue or die cut these out with adhesive sheets, you can do that. But you know what? I just choose to use tape where I can. And this is how I could do that. So I am just sticking those down, the bubble bath coral pieces here. I'm sticking them down kind of like bottom left corner to top right corner. And just, I like the look of that. So it's peeking out both ways. We can add some dimensionals then to the back of our Pool Party circle. And we're going to stick this on. And I am going to go a little bit more to the left. On my original card, I did do it pretty centered, but then I struggled a little bit with the sentiment. So I want to give myself a little bit more leeway and grace. Okay, we're just going to chop an angle here off of our sentiment. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab my silicone mat, start with that. And we've got that angled edge. So that angled edge is where the word birthday is, right? So we've got that. And I know I'm going to put a dimensional there because I want this to be level with the circle. Our circle's up on level 1. So we need a level 1 sentiment as well, meaning 1 layer of dimensionals, right? And we're just going to eyeball real quick. I don't have any adhesive on the back of the crab. But if I want the crab to go like here-ish, like so, I might have the crab go this way this time. Then I know that I can attach my sentiment right there. And then we can add some dimensionals to the crab, Mr. Krabs. That's his name. All right, so we can peel off the backings there, and then he's going to go. And I'm just making sure that his legs are going to cover the edge of that sentiment because I want it to look seamless, right? Like it's just flowing naturally. I don't want to see like the stark differences in where things start and end. So there's that, and we'll finish this one off with the transparent dots because I really like how these pop against, actually I'm just going to use 2 little ones. I like how it pops against that Night of Navy. It's just very, it's like a milky kind of texture or a look here on those dots. I love them. The transparent dots are one of my favorite embellishments. So I pretty much always find an excuse to use them. And I loved these ones. So that is card number 2. What do you think about that one? I think that is just so fun. I love this card too. I love all, like, I cannot pick a favorite this week. I really like all of them. I say that and then I'm like, maybe this one's my favorite, but I know when we get to card 4, I'll say that one's my favorite too. All right, so we are going to go to card number 3 here. Let's get all those bits and bobs out and take a peek at this card kit. So we have got a pumpkin pie card base. How fun is that? Would you ever think pumpkin pie for an ocean card? Well, you are now. We've got a basic white layer that's for a mat. We've got a piece of the Friends of the Ocean DSP. Excuse me. That sneeze was kind of deciding to come up and it caught me off guard. Anyway, so this is one of those B-sides I was talking about where we've got that fun geometric pattern where on the other side you've got some sea creatures. Also, fun fact, I actually had 2 hermit crabs growing up. I don't know how I convinced my parents to let me have them, but I was scared of them after I got them, so I don't think I ever took them out of the cage. And they lived for like 5 years, so I mean, they had each other. And I talked to them through the glass. Yeah, anyway. All right, then you're going to have a die cut banner here. This is out of basic white from the Nested Essentials dies. You're going to have a scrap of basic white to stamp and die cut your lobster. You're going to have a strip of Pretty in Pink. This is for our sentiment. And I already went ahead and used the wave die that's in the Ocean Friends bundle. I already cut the bottom here, but you'll do that. You'll just get your strip and then do that with your card kit. You're going to have some Lemon Lolly to die cut out your coral. Nope, this is not Lemon Lolly. This is Lemon Lime Twist. It's not yellow, it's green. And then you're going to have some Melon Mambo to die cut out your cute 3 little flowers there. So let's go ahead and get started with stamping. I'm going to grab that Pretty in Pink strip here first, and we're going to grab our Melon Mambo ink pad. And I am going to stamp down the sentiment that says, "Hello, friend." I think that's so cute. And I would pass this off as a birthday card as well. I think you absolutely could stamp something birthday-ish on the inside. And there you go. That's why I don't always like to add a sentiment on the inside of my cards, because then I feel like I can customize them later for what I need. So, all right, so let's trim this down really fast. I am going to line this up so the edge of my words here at like the 1/2 inch mark and cut those. Now this side, you know, you can do. It's kind of tricky. So I'm actually going to pull this down to the bottom of my trimmer. You can't see it, but it's there. Okay. And I'm going to line up the H at the 1/2 inch mark as well. And then trim off the excess. Now I might trim off more when we get this on the card, but I just wanted to get a start on that. Okay. And then we can go ahead and stamp our lobster. He's her lobster. Right. And we are going to make a blue lobster because, like I said earlier, if you want a purple cow, you can have a purple cow. So we are using Night of Navy here. And actually, did you know there are blue lobsters? I looked it up because when I stamped this, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen a picture of a blue lobster before, so I don't think I'm pulling this from nowhere. And actually, it turns out blue lobsters are extremely rare, but they do exist. So this is real. All right, so we stamped that outline in Night of Navy. We're going to ink up this filler here. Hi, Darlene. We're going to ink this guy up and stamp off. Hold on, that's not all the way inky. Now it is. Okay, so we're going to stamp off, and then I'm going to get my head over this again. And I really do apologize because I know that's not the best. You're like, oh, we don't want to look at the top of your head, Melissa. All right. And we stamped that guy down with our light. Actually, we missed a little bit here. Can we do this? Ooh, let's try it. We're going to try. Good thing it's photopolymer. I just stick my head right back over. And we're going to try our best. I always get so nervous. Hold your breath. I think we did it. There's a little tiny shadow, but only if you look really close. So yeah, anyway, there we go. We've got our lobster. We can go ahead and die cut out the lobster. And then we will make our card. So we've got that guy there. We've got our cute little lobster die and some Post-it note tape here. So the hardest part about the lobster is the little antennas because you can't really see them in the die. So just keep that in mind. There's these two little holes here, and I'm going to pick this up. There's two little holes at the top, and if you can see your antenna, whoops, let me pull that down a little. If you can see your antenna through those, you're probably good. But I can't tell you how many times I've die cut out one of the lobsters to find out I didn't die cut out the antenna. So you think you're lined up and then you're not. So this is another moment where I'm like, ooh, was I lined up? But I think I'm good. So let's find out. Oh, wow. Eva said her husband got a blue lobster. That is awesome. After 45 years of fishing. So that's how rare they are. Look at that. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. So Eva, you can make this card and give it to your husband. Yeah, that is really cool. I think I read, and I didn't like do full research on all this, but I think I read that they're more common in Europe, in I think like England area. So I don't know if that's true or not, but kind of cool. So all right, so let's go ahead. We are going to assemble this card. So I'm adding some seal. Oh, where did I get ink on my fingers? Oh well, as long as it doesn't go on to anything else, right? I added some seal to the back of the DSP. We're going to layer this onto our basic white mat. Okay, flip that over and add some seal. And then we're going to layer this onto the card front. And I've got probably a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch from the left-hand side of our card front here. That's where I laid that, and then I put it equally top and bottom, okay? About equally. It's eyeballed equally. All right, we're going to take that basic white die cut banner here and add some seal, and then I'm going to adhere this down at a slight slant, okay? And then we are going to use some liquid glue. Oh my gosh, I know. And add a little bit of liquid glue here to the back of our coral. Okay. And then we're going to stick this down. All right, about there. And you know my trick. I just take a clear block here and it's upside down so the stamp's not facing the paper here. And I just use that to help push that into place. Okay. All right, so we've got that added. Let's go ahead and add our lobster. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for sharing too. I appreciate when you can give my videos a thumbs up or share them. That really helps me out and I really appreciate it. So thank you. All right, let's add some dimensionals here. Peel off the backings. And then we're going to adhere this on our card. It's just so cute. I love these colors. I just think they're adorable. All right, so on our sentiment here, on the right-hand side, we're going to add some seal. On the left-hand side, we're going to add a dimensional, right? Because we want this to be level 1 lined up with the lobster. And we're going to stick this down. Now, if you want to chop off a little bit more of your sides, you absolutely can. I actually think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to just stick that down right there like that. I think that's adorable. And I'm going to grab my liquid glue again. We're going to add 3 little dots wherever you want on that coral. And these are going to be for our cute flowers. Okay, and I am choosing to use these flowers as our embellishments on this card, so I don't have any additional embellishments or anything to add, because I think these are cute. Okay, and add those. You could also use a glue dot for these. Funny how I didn't, huh? Because usually I would. And that is our 3rd card. Isn't that such a cute card? I love it. I really do love this one. Okay, maybe it is my favorite. I don't know. I like all of them. All right, let's finish it off here with our 4th and final card. Quick drink. All right, we're going to make this card then. And this is our last one. And this one is so cute. And this one actually uses our DSP for our crab and lobster cuts here. So I did already die cut them out. So this one will come together super easy peasy. If you have like a Brothers scan and cut machine, I do have one. I didn't use it for this, but what you could do is put your whole 12 by 12 sheet of paper in, let it cut out all the crabs and lobsters for you, make up a bunch of cards, right? So for this one, we've got a Melon Mambo card base. We've got a basic white matte layer here. You thought what were starfish, Mary? What did I say? We'll find out. I don't know. You thought they were starfish. Oh, these? Maybe they are. I call them flowers. Maybe they are starfish. I don't know. But they're cute anyway. Maybe they are. I don't know. Anyway, so then we've got a piece of the Friends of the Ocean DSP. So this is that fun little squiggly line here. On the back side, you've got your squid, your seahorse, right? All your puffer fish. He's so cute. Lots of fun. Is a shrimp too. I think that's so cute. Lots of fun here. Okay. And then we've got a circle that was punched from basic white cardstock using the 2 3/8 inch punch there. Sorry, I had a little schmutz. Had to get it off. You're going to have a strip of basic white for your sentiment. You're going to have some of the gorgeous pastel ombre specialty paper and its glimmer. Look at that. How pretty. You're going to have some of this to die cut out your coral, and then also some of that DSP. So there's the other side there. Flowers, starfish, multi-purpose. Exactly. It could be whatever you want it to be. Anyway, and so we've got these two, and you just pick any two. You can see I actually had opposite colors here on my first card. So I just die cut out two, one lobster, one crab, and they're super duper cute. So minimal stamping on this one. We're just going to stamp our sentiment, which says love you. And I thought it was cute because we've got a crab and a lobster. So obviously they're boyfriend and girlfriend. They're dating. But yeah. Okay, so we are stamping love you in Melon Mambo. Getting my head over that again, I know. And just stamp that down onto our basic white. Okay, close that up, and I'm going to trim out the sentiment here with my trimmer. If you have a really steady hand and you enjoy fussy cutting, you can just cut this. But I know that I would cut off more than I want to. So I am just going to trim with my trimmer. Trim it up with my trimmer, right? All right, so we've got that all trimmed out, and then we can go ahead and start assembling. Look how easy this one will come together. Okay, so let's start with the DSP. We are going to add some seal and layer this onto our basic white mat. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over and add some seal and layer this onto our card front. And this one I'm going to go fully in the center here. Now, I think it kind of looks bare all around the sides, but as we start adding those other elements, we add our crabs and our circles and our corals and all of that sort of thing. It really just takes up the space, and I love the way it looks. So, oh yes, I know. But Mary, I do appreciate you telling me that they might be starfish because I never would have thought that. All right, we are going to add our coral to our basic white circle here, and I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the back. Again, if you have adhesive sheets, those work great as well. I don't know why I always forget to use, oh, that really globbed out. I always forget to use my adhesive sheets until I've die cut something, and then I'm like, wow, this would be so much nicer if it was just a sticker, you know? I could just peel it off. Okay, so my glue really globbed here, so I'm just going to try to spread the love, so we'll see if that can help. We'll try that. Okay, good thing we have our silicone mat. And then I'm just going to add that right down onto our circle here. Set that down for a second while I close my green glue. And I totally just put my finger on the stamp. Probably got it all inky again. You know, if you don't have to wash your hands after you crafted, then did you really craft? I don't know. All right, so we've got that added. Let's go ahead. We're going to add some dimensionals to the back of our circle. Peel off the backings here and add this to the center of our DSP. Okay, like so. So cute. And then we're just going to make sure we can still peel up some of these. So before it fully dried, I just, peeled that guy up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lobster and I'm going to add a little bit of seal here and tuck it underneath that piece of the coral so it looks like it's swimming out of the coral, right? And glue that down. Now we are going to backtrack to add some dimensionals, but I wasn't entirely sure where the dimensionals were going to need to go, so I wanted to get that lobster in place, okay? So I know I can add one here under his claw, and that's probably good enough for me because he's pretty stuck in place there, so I like that. Then we'll take our crab and add some seal, and then he's just going to tuck a little bit underneath here. Okay, and you can do them anyway. I'm going to actually have them go out this way. Like they're swimming away. They're mad at each other right now. So we've got those cuties there. Yeah, I know. Mary said she never saw Miss Flowers. I know. Isn't it wild? We just see things. And sometimes I look at things, we've got that, the burger set. And real quick, I added some seal there. I'm going to cut maybe about 8 inches of my basic white baker's twine here and add that. We're going to faux bow it here. So that burger set, when I used that, I had figured out that some of the dyes make like a little packet of ketchup. And I posted a picture, I want to say, in the demonstrator planning place, which for those of you who don't know, that's a demonstrator Facebook group. And I posted a picture in there, and I think it was Rachel Tessman who was like, oh my gosh, people told me it was ketchup. I never saw it till I saw the dye put together. And I was like, yeah, isn't it funny how that works? Sometimes you have absolutely no idea what something's supposed to be, and then you see it, and you're like, oh! Which this one is just, flowers or starfish. It's up to your own interpretation, but it's just funny to me sometimes. It's like, oh. All right, I'm putting one dimensional right down there on the DSP and one here on our sentiment, and we're going to lay this down, and I'm making sure I'm covering any of that exposed seal. So cute. I love it. I love it. And then I'm going to finish this one off with some iridescent pearls. So we've got one big one right here and one little one right there. And that is our 4th and final card. Isn't that one so dang cute? Mary, I will not make you choose which one's your favorite. I can't really choose either because I think it's the 3rd one, but it would be like 24%, 24%, 24%, and then what's the rest? The rest is this one. So what is that? 28%? Yeah, it's close. Anyway, all right, so let's pull in the 4 cards we made tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these cards. I love them so, so much. So as a reminder, if you would like the card kits to make these, I am happy to send that to you as a free thank you gift from me. If you place your order in my online store through this Friday, February 28th, by the end of the day, $45 or more before tax and shipping, I will get this sent to you. Make sure you use my host code, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you click the link in the description of this video, that will take you over to my online store with that host code tied, okay? If your order does go over 150 because you're trying to snag up all of those celebration items, you can remove the host code because you're going to get free product from Stampin' Up called Stampin' Rewards. So you're going to get that from Stampin' Up, and I want you to take advantage of that. So all right, I think that's all. Thank you so much for joining, and we will catch you, oh my gosh, next month. Isn't that bizarre? I'll see you in March, I guess. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.